Hey everybody, Rhadamant here with episode 25 of Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. Just a little reminder that the Twitch series is far ahead of where the YouTube series is. Keep that in mind when providing feedback below. Here's gold. What up, buddy? Oh, hello. I know how strange that seems. I left one node of gold for another, but I like to mine the nodes out, and if I don't mine the nodes out, here's a little pro tip. Leave some exposed so that you can find your way back to it. Because if you mine out all that is like visible without a ground penetrating radar, you're not going to know as a clue for the future that you've got you know, a resource there. Yeah, to vote in these polls, all you got to do is type a number. You don't have to whisper bot or anything. The bot listens to chat. And I could be wrong, but I think that you can type a different number and have you change your vote, but I'm not 100% certain about that. All right, music, you better become a lot more like music and a lot less like noise. Nope, I'll just change you. All right, so 100 gold. We're gonna want more than that because pretty much everything that we need to make right now costs a lot of gold, but 100 is a pretty good amount. And then we're going to want 100 silver, and I don't think I'm going to get this by the time the night's up. So I'm not going to rush necessarily this setup. I will have to set up my regular furnace to be able to manage the pressure too. Sensor lenses? Oh, no, they probably cost like materials I don't have. I'll check next time I'm not mining. Yeah, the sensor lenses and the ground penetrating radar and all that are a really good way to like search for ores. But again, I'm just trying to do the bare minimum of working towards automated furnacing, which seems weird because I'm like off making wind turbines and all that, but they were tangentially required. All right, I think this node of gold is near out. As I say, I find a bunch more. They require some super alloys? Yeah, without an advanced furnace setup, I'm not going to be able to make them then. Some of the newest content or additions or whatever you want to call it to this game, I know far less of because I haven't played significantly since like 2000, maybe 19 or early 2020. Oh, this gold node just does not want to quit, which is exactly what you say when you want the gold node to end. The sensors are going to be a lot more... Okay, I'm just going to reveal this gold node so that I can track it down in the future. The sensors are going to be a lot more important on maps that have resource scarcity. But Vulcan and Venus are chock full of ores, so it's not that hard to find stuff. Like, I'm tripping on gold everywhere I go. Now I just need silver, but I know that there's silver near my base because I've seen a bunch of it over and over and over again. That was coal. I think the silver's out this way, but I'm about to get daylight, which will make this easier. So this is gold. thought the silver was out this way. One sec. I need to cut down the glare. All right, so big wind turbines pretty obviously are the choice. That was a tiny bit of silver, as you can see. Yeah, this is a bit of a silver node. So I'm going to aim for about 100 silver before I make a batch of electrum. So we'll have 200 electrum, which is a pretty good amount. And then I'll need to get a volume pump and an active vent to be able to manage the pressure. So we can get the temperature and pressure for electrum correct. I guess once it hits like 200 C, I'll head home. Come on, silver. Maybe 250. I don't know, I might push it. Because if we could get all the silver I need right now, that'd be awesome. Oh, that's coal. I think this vein might be near tapped. Would an Amy melt on Venus? I'm not sure. I've never tried it. Okay, so I am got all the silver I need, +2. Let's just see what my pressure's at. Oh yeah, my pressure's way too high. Oh. Hang on a minute. I have a way to moderate my temperature. I know it's getting really, really, really hot out, but I can make electrum now if I don't even know, where is that flowing to? I think that's probably flowing to my base filters. So that's not ideal, but... Oh, what the heck? Alright, it's cooking my butt. It's outgassing? Well, the pressure should be fine. It might be the temperature of the furnace is just not hot enough. Where did my ball of reagent go? Oh, no, it's in there now. I know, you're cooking. Oh, network analyzer. Oh, it's just not hot enough. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come towards the end of the day when it's already hot. Because I'm melting. I can't be out there any longer. So when it's like about 400 or 380 C towards the end of the day, I'll go out and see if I can't pull the mold. Do I need to duct tape my suit? No, it didn't get damaged, fortunately. It was getting bad, but it wasn't quite bad. If that makes sense. Like, I started to have to dump probably a ton of oxygen into my waste tanks. Okay, yeah. The Atmo goes to a passive vent right there. So it is venting to Atmo. Nice. It's 23C in the base. I just want to celebrate that real quick. My power looks awesome. This battery's near full. That one is headed to full. Once this one actually fills up, then the power will be prioritized for the battery that isn't full. I'm generating just shy of 10 kilowatts. And, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. All right, so once it's let's say 380 out, I'm gonna run and pull the Electrum switch. At 380, I should be able to cycle out the airlock, and the furnace will still be hot enough to get the 326 Celsius that I need to be able to make Electrum. Normally, when you're using a furnace, you want to vent it out because most furnaces are combustion furnaces, and combustion furnaces require combustion. So if you have too many waste gases in the furnace, they won't combust properly. But for me, I just wanted to, I didn't want the pressure to be so high. I would start farming, but it's going to take me too long, and I'll just keep the plants. I'll just skip today's farming. All right, this carbon dioxide I'm going to sell. O2 check. Oh, my battery I need to switch. You mean the O2 storage? Oh, this is network Annie. Almost 860 moles. That's awesome. I am making a lot of oxygen. Okay, we're nearly at the temperature that I said I would go out. How many moles do I go through a day? I don't know, because the moles that I go through are in my air tank, and then I'd have to combine the air tank plus waste tank. It's probably a wiki. It's probably something I could Google. All right, so yeah, let's get out there, quick. Probably somewhere on the Stationeers website. Another thing I have to worry about is the one fern mate's enough for O2 per day. Yeah, I just... It's one of these, like, I don't trust the wiki. Electrum! Ta-da! Atmospheric temperatures. Thank you, Venus, for being hot AF. It was almost too pressurized, but we're good. Now, I wouldn't be able to do that for Constantin or Invar or anything like that, which is why we're doing the pressurized furnace, but Electrum is easy to do. If you're taking a look at all these ingots here, solder is easy to do because it barely requires any temperature at all. It requires 76°C, which is a big old joke. If you can't achieve 76°C, you're not even trying. And then steel's a little bit tougher, but I've had to do that, and I've had to use my oxygen for that, which feels bad. And then Electrum is pretty low temperature. But if you look at Invar here, it is extraordinarily high pressure, between 18 and 20 MPa, so it's a small window of pressure, and extraordinarily high temperature. Invar is the hardest tier 1 ingot to do, and then Constantin is still tricky-ish. It's between 20 and 100 MPa, and its temperature is still high. But, alright, so now we have Electrum. Oh, one thing I should have been doing all day long, derp, is having my arc furnace go through my gold, because it takes a while. Alright, so I'm going to build one wind turbine to see its size and height and all that. So I know you know, how to set up the wind turbine project. So here's the wind turbine. Do wind turbines risk blowing my power cable? Blowing? Oh, no. I don't think they're not going to produce that much power. Water check for how much water I have. I have 1.8 kilomoles of water in the pipes here, and 200 left in the tank here. I have a decent amount of water. I don't have to immediately worry about that. All right, I'm going to need, for more wind turbines, I'm going to need some copper. And cheers. $10 kilowatts during a storm. How will you up my water? When I need it, I'll mine some ices. Or do H2 combustor. One or the other. Or buy it, I guess. I could buy it if I really, really needed it, too. But probably mining or H2 combusting is the likely fix. So if I'm going to be putting these bad boys in, I'm going to have them on the lowest rung here, so I'm going to have to, like, construct a low rung. So let's do that. Obviously, I need two more frames eventually, cut for cosmetic purposes, but blades might clip. I'm gonna put it every third, so I'm gonna put it like here. I think that should be fine. Why is there data? And then we'll need steel sheets. Oh, so yeah, let me finish this up. All right, so note to self, 2 more sheets just for cosmetic reasons, and three more sheets and 2 more frames. And then this is going to need 5 steel sheets. So, wind turbine. I'm going to need 5 cables and 5 steel sheets. So, yep, let's get that. I should be able to place it every other. Yes. I'll probably just place 1 for now as an experiment to make sure they don't break. You know, don't overdo it. But let's finish this one off. So 5 sheets, 5 cables. I have the exactly 5 cables on me. I'm going to want to print some more cables, but let's get 5 sheets. All right, cables be printing. Arg, I can't see. All right, so here's my 5 sheets. Then I also said frames, 2 iron frames. Oh, add an iron in this one. Okay. We'll have to wait until this is done. All right, I'll just make this done now. Grab the iron of this. I don't know if I had more copper in them. In the pipe. Oops. 2 iron frames. Yeah, the heavy cables can hold 100 kilowatts, so I don't think I'm going to be getting too close to my kilowatt max. But again, that's why I'm adding 1, so that I can test and see. Alright, I printed 1 too many. That's fine. I'm also going to need heavy cables. So... do I have gold anywhere? No. My gold's coming out of here. Crud. Well, I just have to wait for that then. What else can I do? All right, let's recharge tools. Oh, we're good. What about tablet? Labeler. Yeah, we're getting close to the kilowatt max in a storm. Another thing I could do, which is not a terrible idea, is to have a heavy... cable fuse. To set up a cable fuse to cable fuse if I do hit that dreaded amount of power. That way, I know at least where the fuse will burn out. So cable fuses can be set to like 100 kilowatt fuse, and basically you stick it on your cable. So I could stick it right... What the hell? Okay, well, I've mastered teleportation. Cool. That was weird. I guess I'm outside now. I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. I would prefer not to be thrown outdoors at random, especially on Venus, where being thrown outdoors can kill me. All right, wrench. Wait, wrench, welding torch. All right, welding torch. And then wire cutters with cable coils. And then a screwdriver. Ah! Dude, your blades are scary. Alright, so the blades don't clip. With that said, it makes me really nervous to be around them. None of these should be damaged. Good, they're not damaged. I'm gonna stick my burned out filters into my... Barely tall enough? Yeah, I know. Engineered to perfection is what you meant to say. You think the blades can kill? I don't doubt that. Will I need to vent my base? No, I just need to hit the door for it to cycle outwards back to me. That was very rude. That I got just teleport kicked out of my base. Not a fan of that. And then, as you can see, the cables are, they stick out a little. And I'm running out of time to plug this bad boy in. In the intro video, one of the guys that flew into a turbine got swatted out of the sky. That sounds fun. Sounds like a terrible way to die. All of a sudden, the I'm Like a Bird, Natalie Imbruglia, or whatever her name is, song just popped in my head, which is pretty morbid of a song about wind turbines killing me. That song would have a very different meaning in that case. So cable. I bet I can finish this off unless it teleports me out again. All right, so there's the 100 kilowatt fuse. So if the storm does blow my cables, it will blow here. Maybe. I don't really know how much I need, but I am going to run out of time being out there in a sec, so we'll go with 10 or 11, whatever number I have. Oh, Krungle, thanks for not only the follow, but the sub as well. And not the chosen one. Cheers to you too. And to Boss Wade as well. I'll check to make sure it wasn't the data port. Or it was the power port, not the data port. Oh god, it's getting hot. Let me out. Ah! What the hell? Got stuck. No, this is definitely power port. Except for I can't set my cables up like this. This thing is fat. So floating. Oh, stupid. There's like considerable wind right now. Blowing me. Hey, comrade, thanks for the sub as well. Cheers. 2 new viewers, 2 new subs. I like it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out too. I've enjoyed your company. Alright, so before I start cooking myself, like I normally do, done. It is wired up. That was all of the heavy cables I needed. I have an uncanny ability to count exactly how many I need. It's almost 400C. Let's get the heck inside. Yeah, the Atmo airlock is not configured for daytime pressure, so it didn't pressurize enough. So when the doors opened, I was met with like a wall of air that blasted me. I'm not going to reconfigure the airlock anyway, but that's exactly why I couldn't leave immediately. You only watch my YouTube, but you got lucky and you're here. Well, I appreciate it. Welcome. So I have no idea what kind of power this thing's putting off, but let's... It's the same. I don't know what to say. Our kilowatt is no higher now with that big old windmill than it was before. Okay, game. Whatever. The game's like, you see, I have cut your wind. I think if I go to a window over here, I'll see. Yeah, I can see the wind turbine not moving. It's not me. It's the wind turbine. All right. Well, if that's the case, let me do some farming. Is there airlocks that can adjust to external pressures? No, but you might be able to use IC integrated circuit logic to do that. It would actually be pretty simple because all you would really need is a gas sensor, read the pressure, and just be constantly writing that pressure amount to whatever data input port is on the airlock setting. Yeah, and if you're ever wondering, so I've taken a college level MIPS course as a software developer. I used to be a software developer in a past life. So I've taken college level course on MIPS. Basically what MIPS is it's a very simple like machine language that you can use in this game, which is kind of cool. And there's definitely a lot of resources online about how to code in MIPS. So if you're ever wanting to write your own like custom code, you can design integrated circuitry in this game using MIPS, which is really cool. I don't use MIPS in here because most people aren't going to be able to follow, and I don't want to have to explain a computer language to my average YouTube viewer, like, which is why everything's been with integrated circuits or with IC logic. You know, all my regular IC logic over here, right? Because I just... Ooh, my batteries are full! Yeah! Alright, let's see about how much power I'm generating. Oh, well, it's going to be wrong because my batteries are full and it can't take any more power. But, cool. Now I need to get the other large battery down, the one that will power the automated furnace. But now that I have full large batteries, that means I probably have enough power for the large furnace. Or the automated furnace, rather. And, of course, I'm just going through my harvest cycle here. Purely because I want to make money. Yep. All about that cash. Look at how oddly I hold corn. What is wrong with my guy? Why do you hold corn like that? Who holds corn upside down? That is decidedly upside down. I don't know what to say, but apologize to all the corn farmers in the world. Yeah, MIPS can be as simple or as complex as you want, as Vorg said. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. MIPS is its own language. I'm probably not going to dig, like I said, I'm not going to dig into MIPS. But if you want to write your own, you know, if you can design your own integrated circuitry in this game using MIPS. So that's all you really need to know. All right, I think it's about time for me to set up floor grading, because I haven't actually added much to the base in the way of cables and the like to the floor. So I'm going to add some floor grading just so it's easier for me to walk around. There was a question on YouTube about the airlock, about how to make it so I don't have to hop. And the answer would be to add some sort of flooring, whatever your decision might be. And this just makes it easier to walk around in. The reason why I didn't do it sooner is it hides all the cables and piping, meaning it's harder to maintain a base, especially when I was having brownouts and burnouts and stuff like that. Oh, okay. Thunk. I keep hitting my head on this now. Because it's lower. I'm probably going to just stop it here. Oh, God, I hit my head. Oh, I'm hitting my head everywhere. I can't move. Ah! Stupid thing. And I could also... Well, I already have floor grading up here. Okay. So I have 2 spare floor grading. And you could do the same floor grading on ceilings. In fact... There. Where I don't have ceilings, so now I don't have any spare. I turned it into a puzzle box? Yeah. Well, I just keep hitting my head on that. I can imagine in real life that would just, like, beam you. So bad. But there we go. So now we have floor grading. But the problem is I'm going to have to rip it up in lieu of putting another battery down in a second. So good job, me. But before I do that, let's go sell to this vendor. How did he... Did I die in the possibility of a storm power surge during the storm? I haven't... And I survived that storm. It's the same that no matter how habitable my base is, it will always be orange. I could actually... I've been thinking about actually going underground. And then underground I could have whatever color I wanted, because you can set up your... I mean, if you want, you can go full unicorn barf RGB rainbow base lighting if if you so chose. And of course, I came out here and I didn't actually turn on my trade stuff. However, it does give me the opportunity to analyze the wind turbine. So let's go do that, because that wind turbine looks like it is flying right now. And I guess I already had my net analyzer. So this thing is generating a potential of 3 kilowatts. Oh, and there, it just died. But yeah, these big wind turbines are pretty awesome. Yeah, you can only mine down about 1 meter on Venus. It's true. I've gone down and you don't go very far. Yeah, you can dig down 2 blocks unless you live on a hill. Yeah, so I could have a very stumpy basement. In other words. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm supposed to be working on an automated furnace. And I will not digress from that. So yeah, to answer your question, I slapped a 100 kilowatt fuse to my network in order to protect me from storm damage. And I might also, what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to add more wind turbines unless until I survive a storm, and that way I'll know what my peak wind generation is mid-storm. Start an evil genius layer. I like that old school reference. Yeah, the AC power does branch before that fuse. I know. I'm gonna have to move the fuse or set up a second fuse to be higher up on that branch. But I don't think one storm's gonna blow it out anyway. All right, that's some money. Confirm and depart. Microwares. Come on down. How are we doing food-wise? Oh, absolutely fine. I mean, I'm just eating my canned goods for now, but I have such a productive farm that I've just been selling the food I've been making. Hey, speaking of food. But no, I don't need your food. Microwares sells food, apparently. A transformer for the battery. Yeah, if I built a large transformer, I wouldn't need a fuse. And I could do that. Again, it's one of these things of like... Oh, another microwares? No. It's one of these things, like, I'm trying to work on projects that you all vote on, and I know I'm getting off project if I start designing safety systems that, you know, it's... At that point, I'm not actually working on what you all have voted on, so I'm trying to stay on topic. I'm only out here right now to see if I can't pick up some additional trades. But no, it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. How is there no more traders? Where are you? Posture check. You got it. Okay, I'm giving up. What's required for an automated furnace? It depends on how you're designing it. There's a bunch of different ways to design it. Oh, here's the trader. So this will be my last attempt. I'm designing it with like electric heaters. Gassy trade. But it depends if you want it to be a combustion furnace or an electric furnace. And I'm going to build an electric furnace because I don't have a lot of oxygen and volatiles easily available. So a combustion furnace is a little bit harder for me to do. 150 moles of oxygen. Well, I don't need that. Bye-bye. Yes, I'm basically going to mimic what I made in the past, but I have to adjust it for Venus, meaning that it's going to have to be probably in its own vacuum. Ah, 22C. 22C actually might be... Yeah. I did just see the ACs turn off. 22C is what we've determined to be base heat. And as you can see, my AC logic is kicking on and off. So we have achieved exactly base temp. Now, my only worry is my CO2. Yeah, that's a bit of a rum. All right, so my CO2 that's in my base right now, 0.4 moles. Basically, the plants here are converting my CO2 a little too fast. So what I'm going to do is go over here and bump my head on everything. Go over here and change my gas mix to be a little bit more CO2 heavy because the plants keep converting it. So I'm going to have my gas mix be an 85-15 rather than a 95-5. And then what I need to do... Ooh, these tanks are empty. Because I'm probably out of nitrogen. Yep, I was out of nitrogen. Let's make sure that my nitrogen filter's dead and dead. Okay, so I'm not out of nitrogen. My nitrogen filters have died. Which means I have... Where's my built-up nitrogen gas? Okay, well, without that... One thing at a time. Let's go get more nitro filters. Ooh. The hell was that? I wonder what the medium nitro... Oh, Constantin. Yeah, I don't have that. Oh, build 2. I also might want carbon dioxide filters too, to fill up my carb tank. Ah, stupid. Keep bumping my head. Now I have to keep an eye on my carbon dioxide tank because it will fill up very quickly. As the atmosphere is 93% carbon dioxide, it's very, very, very easy to fill up a carb tank. And I don't want it to blow up in my face like it has in the past. All right, so I do have some building up of pressure here, but that's fine because I want to pull as much gas from Atmo as I can before it starts to heat up again. There's really no goal of the game. It's just to have fun. There's no definitive goal per se. All right, so as you can see, my carb tank is... The temperature is really, really high because I'm pulling in hot gas from outside, but there's really no way around that. I'll just have to run my AC, and then the pressure's going up pretty fast too. I can have it approach 10, but I don't want to go any past 10. And now the external temperature is starting to climb, so I'm going to cut it. And that's enough carbon dioxide to feed my base for a bit. So once it's done filtering all of this carbon dioxide, I might not even have enough. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Yoda Streamer Cam. Hey, buddy, you're on. Are you mooning them? Yoda, turn towards me. Yoink. Yeah, it's a little too late. Sorry. Alright, still climbing. I think at this point, I'm going to pull the filters so I don't over-oxygenate my, or over-pressurize that. And then I'm just going to install the filter into my suit, because I'll use it. So now I have a fine amount of CO2 to be able to add CO2 to the base. I have 1 CO2 in the base. Okay, so another thing I could do is my back pressure regulators. Now they're working. All right, I think what I'm going to do is go dramatic and shift to heavy carbon dioxide, just to pump in some fresh CO2 for the plants. At some point, I'm gonna have to set up figure out exactly what the happy equilibrium is, because as you can see, these plants are quickly converting the CO2 to O2, and then the plants are gonna die as a result of not having a CO2 in the, anywhere. So what I'm gonna do now is waste tank these tanks. These tanks act as like the tanks that I use to feed base gas. So let me actually pull both at the same time. It'll be a lot more effective. I keep hitting my head. And this allows me to change the sort of gas mix that I'm introducing into the base. So now, if you take a look, as you can see, it is about 70% CO2 that I'm going to be pushing into the base for right now. And as you can see, my moles of CO2 that are in the atmosphere are struggling, but they're going up. The temperature is also going to be going up, and that's just because I'm using fresh, hot carbon dioxide and nitrogen from outside, which is just much hotter than it is in here, right? And that's why this is 67C. And even as a result of setting it up to be super high carbon dioxide, these look sad. Yeah, I'm reading only like 1%. The small tank is 1 grid, so the reason why I'm using portables is I can fit more. As you can see, I have these portable tanks are like half grid. That was the point of that. Come on, music. I think it's just so soft. Now, a lot of things that I was bumping my head on, I need just one more. I might want to remove. And then back to the power project. But this will allow me to traverse the base a little bit more nicely. So, you, little beacon, you're going to go outside. Alright, so now I can more easily traverse there. All of these pipes here, I'm going to pull out. I don't need them anymore. This was to feed air conditioning or coolant into my coolant line. And we're fine now. Well, actually, let me, now that I just pulled in some new atmospheric gas, let me turn on this volume pump and introduce a little bit more coolant into the coolant line and then pull it down for forever. Because I think our coolant is fine at this point. But I might as well... how much gas is in here? What the heck is with this song? It's like a song of total silence. My computer told me it was still playing music, but... Oh, you know what? We only have 3 moles. Yeah, whatever. We'll just pull it. Is that because our X filters are dead? Nope. They're fine. O2 filters are dead, though. Did not know that. The O2 filters being dead are a testament to how much oxygen our farm is creating. And it's also probably the reason why there's been a O2 buildup. The vols really shouldn't be dead because they never have to filter anything because I never run filters through them. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. Our moles of CO2 have climbed back up. Tank fill for the vacuum chamber? I'm sure it's filled now. Yeah, we've pulled all the X out of here now. Are these filters okay? Yeah, they're fine. Yeah, there's basically no X left. So let's turn off this volume pump and remove it. And our coolant line is already negative 22C, so that's plenty cold coolant. Alright. I don't want to keep bumping my head. What to do with dead filters? You can either recycle them or just sell them to traders. I've been selling them to traders because filters don't cost a lot of iron, so it's just more convenient for me to sell them. But a centrifuge and if I had more floor space in the base, I could set up the recycler. But there's 2 items that allow you to break down components. Which I believe would be in the autolathe, maybe? Yeah, the centrifuge here. And then the recycler here. For ironing some copper. The centrifuge and the recycler are about the same size of these electronic printers. So I would sort of run out of somewhere to put them. I'd have to expand the base or whatever. Not to say it isn't a good idea. Maybe it is, but it will have to be voted on. So back to my original project, and this one's going to take a while, which is hence the warning. All right, let's put down... I'll need 1 iron frame. I want to put down the battery, the new battery. Oh, I can't put that there because of the airlock door. Dang. Oh, do I really want to do this? Use a wall frame? Yeah, I could use a wall frame. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, but I can try. I think batteries might only be down on frames, not wall frames, but let's see. Wall, 1 steel. And then 2 plastic. Alright, so as you can see, that's a wall. And my battery doesn't go there. Yep, as I thought. It's fine. We learned. Let's get rid of this wall. Tarananaibu? Tarananaibu. That's the best I can do. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I butchered your name. I appreciate you here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. One good thing that I could do is, if I'm pretty certain I'm not going to be moving any of my any frames anytime soon, is to put walls down as well. Although I did that one a little ugly, because all it would take is me wrenching this frame here and I would be dead. I would like vent myself out to space. So or out to Venus, I should say. So let's get this large battery set up. What that's going to mean is I'm going to have to sort of kill my airlock for a minute. So what I'm doing is I'm removing all the components from this airlock. So that I can remove parts of it and not have the airlock freak out. So if it's removed correctly, I should be able to... Nope, I still can't. This advanced airlock is still disabled. Where's the internal door? Why is that still locked? It shouldn't be. Here, I'm gonna save and reload. Thank you for watching episode 25 of Stationeers Venus, which runs live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that, well, pretty much nothing you say will be applicable because I'm so far in the future in this series, but you're welcome to comment anyway. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need. Also keep in mind that, well, if you're watching this episode, the stream is about 30 hours ahead. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.